the objective of the Make in India mission on the part of the government largely has to do with employment generation. That's not the objective that you guys are working with. So from a design point of view, when you actually start your businesses, that point of differentiation, the point of uniqueness, the point of innovation, take us through that process, because perhaps that is what is the need of the hour when we talk about creating in India, to approach it differently.
Yeah, so pretty much everything that we build has to pass a test that it doesn't exist before.
So you create a new category.
Yeah, so you need to create a new technology, or you need to integrate technologies in a manner which didn't exist before. That's the first test, because if you don't pass that test, and you're up against an industry which has so many other options of people coming and offering for a long period of time from outside of India, you will not end up anywhere.
Arvind, what was the strategic rationale when you started Tonbo?
It's true for Tonbo and it's true for every startup, I think, is that you've got to ask yourself this question, right? Are you building a feature? Are you building a product? Are you creating a company? If you can answer that clearly and articulate that well enough, I think that's the primary goal, right? And from our point, when we look at it, we said, look, if the market's got to be large, right? There's no point saying, well, I'm going to address a $10 million market or a $30 million market. At the same time, it's got to be in a state where you can achieve scale. To narrate an anecdote, I was talking to a couple of investors, and we talked saying, if you had two companies, a company which makes, $500 million in revenue and $1 billion in losses. Yeah. You have a company which makes $25 million in revenue, $10 million in profit. Which company are you going to take? And you guys can take a guess. And I sampled a bunch of venture capitalists around. Most investors said, I'll go for the company which is making $500 million in revenue and $1 billion in losses. And if that mentality does not change, you cannot build a country. You're just going to be pouring money down the drain. You're going to be burning it, hoping that one day someone will become profitable. And, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Manas, do you want to take a shot at that?
Like Arvind's and mine business, are we going to create large-scale 20,000 people employment? No.
No.
Right? But here's the value. The point is that we can liberate, in the world economy, we can liberate something like $5 to $20 billion of money every year. Right? That's what efficiency brings you. The point is, the service mindset is towards putting that large factory, whereas the efficiency mindset is putting towards liberating that large capital which is otherwise locked.
Absolutely. To have more Sedimacs, more Tonbos, more thread soles, what needs to be done on the part of the private sector? What can be done on the part of the government?
One of the things is that, where government can play a significant role is not, and the biggest mistake we can do, and this is what we have done to PSUs, this is what we have done to DRDOs in the past, is give them some kind of discount and buy from them. Right? You shouldn't reserve things. Give people money at the stage where it matters. Give them good funding. Give them uncollateralized funding. Help them stand on their own feet, build a product that is competitive. But once they have stood on their own feet and built a product that is competitive, evaluate them just like you'll evaluate everyone else, right? There's no point not doing that. Any startup who goes to sell to the government, the rationale has to be buy from me because I am the best. It should be the best, and that's the only way to make it succeed.
Manasij.
I don't see in India there's enough stress towards grassroots fundamental education for making the lives of science, agriculture, architecture better. I haven't seen that, and if I don't see that, till the time, with all due respect, sir, if we continue to invest in these extremely cream institutes with IITs and IIMs, that's going to produce only those many number of people who can run away to anywhere. So simply put, I could not qualify into IITs, but I'm still here, right? Let's just be very clear about this, that innovation is basically about education, its application, and its communications.
All right, gentlemen, I think that's a good note to end this conversation on. But you can see the enthusiasm. You can see the design thinking approach that these entrepreneurs have executed as part of their businesses. And I hope some of you have been able to take some insights from them. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us here this afternoon.
Thank you.